Is everybody ready for Contenders football tonight? Yeah, we haven't opened a case of that in a couple days. I'm kind of ready for it myself. But you know what? We do have two breaks tonight. There is another break before Contenders football. It's kind of a quick one, though. But before we get started, we do have a little information to go over, so let's get rolling with that. First up, feedback. Guys, I have it set to be completely automated. I do that so that you never have to wait on me. Anytime you leave positive feedback for me, you are going to instantly get positive feedback in return. And then, of course, the most important thing there is to say thank you. I do appreciate everyone who bids and breaks and chats and hangs out with me, keeps me company, and all that sort of jazz. We are looking right now at things that are coming up over the next 5 days. This stuff is already up and listed and running on eBay. Tomorrow night, we're going to break a half case of Leaf Autograph Mini Football helmets. It's the back half of a case we started a few days ago. We'll break a Leaf Best of Football again, and Crown Royal Basketball comes out tomorrow, so we will jump into a case of that as well. Thursday, Gold Rush Autograph Basketball Jersey. Another set of Gold Rush Gem Mint Basketball, more Crown Royal, and another case of Leaf Ultimate Draft Baseball, which might be my last case of Leaf Ultimate Draft. I kind of think it is. On Friday, we're going to open Gold Rush Mini Football helmets, a pair of them put together for that break. Another case of Contenders Football will be Friday night. Saturday is all mixers. We're going to do a baseball, a football, and a basketball mixer each on Saturday. And every single one of those will have, as part of it, a fantasy sports break box in there. And if you're not familiar with those, they're pretty awesome. And there's 2 guaranteed hits in it. They're buybacks, and they're usually really good hits. And then a couple of random packs where we may or may not find additional hits. But those are fun, and there's one in each one of those mixers, along with lots of other stuff. If you check those out when you go into the description, it'll tell you exactly what products are included. On Sunday, we're going to open a case of Super Break the Bar Baseball, the 1-of-1 edition. You know what? I've had that here since, I guess, like July or August. I somehow shuffled it back into the back of something and didn't really remember, I guess, that I had it. Found it recently, so there it is. So we're going to break that on Sunday, and Crown Royal Basketball again, and then we'll break the back half of a case of Prism Basketball Retail. That's all on Sunday. For tonight, we've got the Triple Play Baseball break up first. That's our 3 autograph memorabilia items. And look at that. I managed to make all kinds of typos right there, didn't I? That's what I get for doing stuff in a hurry, isn't it? Let's try and fix that real quickly. So, the stuff that comes out of Triple Play, a couple of things you need to know about it. Number 1, free shipping break. Anytime you do a break with me that has completely free shipping, you are going to see that go out the door. Usually 6 or 7 days after the auction ends is where I project it. And often it goes out ahead of that, but shouldn't be too much off the mark. I've actually projected it this time to be on the way to you on or before Monday, because I'm fairly well caught up on that sort of stuff right now. And if you're not pulled in the Triple Play break, if your team isn't pulled, you are entitled to a consolation trading card. It can be from any year and any series. I do keep track of that for a rolling 90-day period. Because it's a free shipping break, I typically would hang on to your consolation card from that break until your next package ships. If you want it sooner, no worries. You send me a message, let me know. We'll get you hooked up. Now, our paid shipping break tonight, that's Contenders Football. That I'm projecting should be on the way to you on or about Friday. As always, if I can get it out to you faster than that, I will. Tons of cards in Contenders. We don't have to worry about consolation cards there. Every team is going to pull cards. So first up tonight is our 2018 Hit Parade Triple Play Baseball box. This is break number 17. Everything we're opening tonight ended tonight on eBay Tuesday night, the 22nd of January. And of course, team names are there on the left-hand side. Your user ID is across from your team on the right-hand side if you happen to be the lucky winning bidder tonight. New spreadsheet will go up before the start of every break. So if you're not in this one, don't worry. You're going to get a chance to see your name up there shortly. Last but not least, you probably see the background went out of focus a little bit there. That's on purpose, so don't worry. We're going to be able to see all of our items without any problems. And by the way, we may have a team available in Contenders. I'll let you guys know shortly after we do triple play here if there's a team still available. Might be if it hasn't been paid. And in chat tonight is Dirty Dog and Jay Allen and Orlando. And James said he bid on the Ravens, and somebody got him. Somebody beat him to it. Guys, here's your security seal down there. Of course, this thing's in cello, and we're going to bust into here. We've got 3 autographed items coming out of here. And Griffin is here. Hi, Griffin. Jay Allen, you've got the Orioles. Dirty Dog, you need Rays, Padres, Twins, Brewers, or Indians. All right, so there's we got a lot of mojo needing to fly out of here tonight. Of course, more importantly, I just need to get in the box. I need to just be able to get us in the actual box would be so awesome, right? All right, so photograph, baseball, and jersey. Our photograph is up first, and it is Davin Adams authenticated. You can see down there. And what else? There's your Davin Adams paper COA. And it is Bob D. Dernier. You know I'm going to say it wrong, okay? You just know that I am. And is he a Padre or a Cub, guys? For some reason, I don't recognize that guy. I don't know if he's a Padre or a Cub in that picture. Could be either one. I'm guessing a Cub, but let's look it up so that I'm not guessing. Because I don't know, and I'm sure that I should know, and everybody's going, oh my gosh, I can't believe that you don't know that. But you know what? I don't. And yeah, he's a Cubby. Okay, so that answers that question. Thank gosh for Google, right? Yeah. So Cubs with the photograph. Our jersey is, oh, it's Ozzie Smith. Oh, I love Ozzie. This is JSA authenticated. There is your paper COA. There's your matching sticker on your jersey, your nice little Ozzie Smith signature there. And of course, that is St. Louis Cardinals. I expect this is custom. Oh, no, it isn't. Oh, look at that. We got us an officially licensed Cardinals throwback jersey at that. Even better. So not only did you hit Ozzie Smith there, Cardinals, you got Ozzie on an authentic jersey, not a custom one. I always say authentic, and it's not the right word to use there because it's not like the signature would ever be not authentic, but you know what I mean. Officially licensed. For some reason, I can't manage to keep those 2 words straight. But whatever. Y'all are used to me by now, I guess. And our baseball tells us right here on the lid, how handy is that? It's Don Mattingly. It is PSA DNA certified. There is your little paperwork for it. And our baseball, there is your matching sticker. And there's our little Don Mattingly signature. So, Yankees get the Don Mattingly. Then we had the dude I couldn't remember out for the Cubbies on the photograph, and the very cool Ozzie Smith on the jersey came out for the St. Louis Cardinals. Okay, Jay Allen, you're out of here. You just in triple play tonight, not in Contenders. All right, brother. Well, thank you for stopping by and hanging out with us. I guess I will see you hopefully again tomorrow night. And you guys said it's the umpire. You know, I'm just looking back through chat. Somebody, I'm sure, was talking about the picture, saying that the autograph was the umpire. That's pretty funny. Did you happen to see the photoshopped jersey that was it Todd Gurley? I think it was, that put up like he was doing a jersey swap with the referee after the game. Photoshopped it. Hilarious. Not so funny if you're the Saints fan, of course, because they kind of got hosed on that call. But all right, guys, we do have a team in Contenders that is available, currently unpaid, and that would be the Dallas Cowboys. Last bid amount on it was $93. So, does anybody want the Cowboys? While I'm waiting for you guys to cycle through on that, let me go here and type in, cover that up in the spreadsheet, and then we'll find out who wants to take a chance on the Dallas Cowboys tonight in Contenders, because the original person didn't pay for it. Right on. And, well, James, you said you want to be in Contenders. Hey, you can jump in here and pick up the Dallas Cowboys if you want it. Griffin, you want them? Okay, awesome, man. I'm going to plug you in there as picking those up. And, Griffin, do you have my email info, or do you need me to send it to you? Can you let me know on that, please, while I am updating the spreadsheet? And I've got then one little fancy trick I've got to do over here on eBay to take care of our deadbeat bidder. And give me 1 second to do that. We're about ready to rock with it, guys. Just a second here. Let me get Cowboys canceled because they did not pay for it. That is done. Now, all right. I think we're getting close to where we need to be here. Just hang tight with me for 1 more second. Sorry, I know it's a drag. These silly unpaid people make our lives difficult, don't they? Sometimes, most of the time, all the time. Okay, now I've got my stuff set up. Let me get back to take a look at chat. While I'm doing that, I'll let you look at this in case anybody missed it earlier. All right, Griffin, so you do have my PayPal info. Good. Then you're ready to rock and roll. And James, you got a Lamar cracked ice last night on a break. Very nice hit for your Ravens then last night. So cool. I like Lamar too for them. I think he's going to be a good fit overall for the Ravens. All right, guys, so everybody's probably seen this by now. You either heard me talking about it earlier or you've seen it while it's sitting right there. So I think we are safe to move on from it. Let me know if you have any questions. We are rolling into a 12-box case of 2018 Contenders football. This is a full case break. It's break number 4. Also ended tonight on eBay Tuesday night, the 22nd. Team names on the left, winning bidders are across from it on the right-hand side. Dallas Cowboys, of course, were originally unpaid, have been picked up on a second chance offer by Griffin 1A, who has got that squared away, and I appreciate you picking that up for us so we didn't have to sit around too long trying to move the team. And a little birdie told me that we might have a birthday boy in the house tonight who is looking for some Josh Allen out of Contenders. So might be past, I don't know, might be past his bedtime, probably close to it. I don't know the age, so maybe it might not be past bedtime, I guess. I'm always thinking of younger kids, right? Might actually not be past bedtime. So if that's the case, I didn't mean to insult you. But anyway, it's a birthday this evening, and the birthday boy is looking for Josh Allen here out of Contenders. So we're going to work our birthday mojo and see what kind of luck we have. We did have good birthday mojo the other night in baseball for Latchman on his birthday. We managed to pull him what he was looking for. So here's hoping that we have as good a luck with our birthday mojo tonight as well. All right, let me throw this case box out of the way and stuff I'm running into and making a big old mess here. All right. Oh, James, you're from Louisville. Did I know that already? I don't know. If I did, I had forgotten it. Okay, so of course, you know I went to school at UK, so you guys are my big-time rivals there up the road in Louisville. However, I do like Lamar Jackson, and I was really glad that he got the starting nod there midway through the season for the Ravens, and I think he's going to do good things for them. So as long as we don't have to play against him, as in UK doesn't have to play against him anymore up the road at U of L, I'm happy. All right, so Contenders football, guys. We're looking for 5 autographs per box. Sometimes one of our hits gets replaced by a rewards card. If that happens, our rewards cards will be randomed off using random.org at the end of the break. And the other thing we could find in here, redemptions. And if we find redemptions, they will stay face down most of the time, right until the very end of the break. And then we would flip them all over at once and then go to the Panini website and verify them. So that's how redemptions work if we find them. And we will find a bunch of cards in here that say round numbers. It's an insert series, and it's got 2 different teams on it for the most part. There's one card for the Ravens that actually has both Ravens players on it. But all the rest of those round numbers have got 2 different teams on them. So all of those that we find will also sit right over there in our housekeeping area. And then at the end of the break, we'll use random.org, and they will be awarded to either the team on the left-hand side of each of those cards or the team on the right-hand side. So that's how that's going to roll. Dirty Dog, you need a Drew Brees 1 of 1. That is a tough ask, man. That is a tough ask, but I'm going to do my best. I will try. I will try. And Orlando, you need some Denver Broncos. I bet you will find some of those. They usually show up in most 2018 products. Cali Boy, you are 49ers and Panthers. Niners and Panthers. All right, then. Oh, James, your sister went to UK. Cool, man. So you've got like a blended family. You've got half U of L fans and half UK fans. Oh, that makes for interesting dinner conversation, doesn't it? And Tim is here now. Griffin is now looking for some Dallas Cowboys because he was nice enough to pick that up after it was unpaid. So we're going to try to get some stuff rolling for him as well. Championship ticket. This is numbered to 99. These are basically like a hollow foil is the easiest way, I think, to describe what that particular insert is. And we've got a bunch of different inserts. Most of them, you know, like the Rookie of the Year, Contender, stuff like that, are largely not numbered. If we do come across stuff that's numbered or warrants, you know, a special look at it, we certainly will do so. And this man always takes up all the available space with his signature. That's what I love about him. It is Mark Walton for the Cincinnati Bengals. You have a cracked ice ticket. It is numbered to 24, hard signed autograph. So first hit out of the night is for Cincinnati, right up the road from me. How about that? Loads of those little advertising cards. We're going to find them. We're going to dump them all as we see them. So this is an example of what I was talking about, round numbers. We're going to find one like all the time, like practically, not I guess every pack, but we're going to find them pretty often. And so we will divvy those up at the end of the break. James says Browns, Giants, Jets, and Ravens. That's who he's feeling is going to be our big winners tonight. Well, could be. Here comes a Raven right now, as a matter of fact. It is Anthony Averett coming out for Baltimore. You need a Philip Lindsay, huh, Orlando? I would love to pull a Philip Lindsay for you. We have pulled him out of, was it Playbook, guys? The first one where we had an opportunity to pull live autographs for Philip Lindsay. I want to say it was Playbook. We did pull him out of there. Haven't pulled him yet out of Contenders, though, so we might be due. We might be. Another round numbers. Of course, that kid is, you know, I mean, it happens almost every year, though. There will be somebody undrafted that turns out to be awesome. Philip Lindsay is that kid this year. Team Quads insert, we will see lots of those go by. And in fact, I think we had already maybe seen one go by for the Patriots, and I just didn't stop on it the other time. Vita Vea for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. We like Vita. I like Vita, anyway. And the Buffalo Bills, oh, this is not, I was hoping we had the birthday mojo right off the top. Well, we do in the sense that it's a Buffalo Bill, but we don't in the sense that I know our birthday boy wants, well, that sleeve isn't working for me, wants Josh Allen in particular. But we're going to get you started off tonight with Harrison Phillips for the Buffalo Bills. And another round number. Let's get it up there. So you're looking, James, you want to see Hayden Hurst and or Lamar Jackson come out. Well, I say we just go for one of each. What do you think about that? Let's just try to get them both. I like that idea. Rashaan Evans, Tennessee Titans. I think that is our last autograph we were due to find there. Out of box number 1. James, James, yeah, you guys, exactly. Your family's like split, half U of L fans, half UK fans. Is there a fight in the house every time the two teams play? Is there bloodshed? That's a pretty intense rivalry. I mean, you know, being in the state, you know what that's like. It's one of those crazy ones where it's almost like it doesn't. I mean, it does matter, of course, but it kind of feels like sometimes, oh, it doesn't matter what other game you win as long as you beat U of L if you're a UK fan. And the opposite, of course, when you're a U of L fan, you know, you tell all your new coaches, doesn't matter what else you do as long as you beat UK. Yeah, it's intense, that's for sure. Orlando, you also want to see a Peyton Manning autograph. Well, that would be a nice one to hit, too. Wouldn't mind seeing a little Peyton Manning autograph ever. We always like seeing him, doesn't matter what product it is. Does not matter. So guys, what about that officiating over the weekend? I mean, and it's been bad all season. It's not just recently that the officiating has been bad. It's been bad all year. But I have got to tell you, that call in that Saints game, I mean, that's even beyond the Bird Box Challenge. I mean, that's even beyond even a blindfolded referee should have seen that. That was just crazy. Of course, you know, Saints obviously still had opportunities to win the game, but you have to really think that was a big time miss right there, because that gives them enough room, you know, gives them a first down, more shots at the end zone, more importantly, a chance to run the clock out or down. I mean, that was just, whew, what a time to miss a call that is that obvious. Like everybody in 50 states saw that call, except the guys on the field with the whistles. I mean, whew. That's going to burn for a long time if you're the Saints fans. That's to 175 for the Lions. That's another hollow foil. And apparently, a Saints fan, must be a rich Saints fan, I guess, bought a number of billboards. That's the one that's both Ravens. Bought a number of billboards in and around Atlanta, basically saying the Saints were robbed and, you know, etc. So that everybody that's going to the Super Bowl is going to be reminded of that. I think he bought 8 of them. I think they said that he bought 8 billboards. So he must be a rich guy, but man, I don't blame him for being upset because that was dreadful. All right, let me get a little, we've got one of the acetate hits here, which are awesome, and we don't find them super often. I, however, had moved my little backup white sheet of paper. Now we can see that a little bit better with a white sheet of paper behind it. It is Anthony Miller for the Bears. Anytime we find the acetate, they're going to be numbered to 10. So that's a nice hard signed Anthony Miller to 10 coming out. Oh, James, you did not see the play that I'm talking about. Oh man. It is a missed pass interference that I think you would... I mean, you probably could have called the play better not even seeing the play. Let's put it like that. It was the most obvious case of pass interference that I think I've ever seen. There was absolutely no doubt that that it happened. They just missed it entirely, which is kind of crazy. This is numbered to 99. It is Chase Edmonds and the Arizona Cardinals. Of course, there are calls they missed in the Patriots game, calls they made that they shouldn't have made, calls that they missed that they shouldn't have missed. And I mean, you know, like I said, it's been that way all season, though. Just insane. This is for the Green Bay Packers. It is Jake, I never say his name properly, Kumerow, something kind of like that. Tim said he barely touched him. Little tongue-in-cheek there, commentary from Tim. Yeah, it was just crazy. I mean, the ball was still well up in the air, and he just runs over and just flattens the guy. This is coming out for the Ravens, numbered to 99. You have a little Gus Edwards autograph on a hollow foil. I think my favorite part, though, is they asked the player who committed the foul after the game, like in the locker room or press room or whatever, in an interview anyway, you know, should it have been called? And he was like, oh, yeah, I totally did it. He said, but I knew I was beat, and I was just trying to save the touchdown. But he's like, oh, yeah, I totally did it. I knew I did it. Crazy. Tanner Lee for the Jags. But I bet you that some of that stuff leads to some changes in the way things are officiated next year. What do you want to bet? Well, the Jags have another hit. It is numbered to 99, hollow foil, Taven Bryan. I would say there'll be opportunities for more replay or something. Something will change as a result of all that, I bet. But you all know I was really hoping the Chiefs would get in because I love little Patrick Mahomes. I mean, I'm a diehard Steelers fan, but I do enjoy watching a lot of other teams and players play besides my own. And I particularly like Pat Mahomes. That's another rule, by the way, that needs to change. Because I'll tell you, in overtime, if the Chiefs had won that toss instead of the Patriots winning that coin toss, it would be the Chiefs going to the Super Bowl. You know, that for a game of that importance to be decided by a coin toss without the other team even being allowed to possess the ball is just terrible. It's just a terrible way to do it. So that's another thing that I think should be re-examined somewhere along the way. But, you know, the kid played a great game. And I'm sure they'll be back there again. Defense there at the end for the Chiefs, though, they were just gassed. They just could not hold off that march down the field by the Pats. And truly, that's been their weakness all year for the Kansas City Chiefs, has been the fact that their defense has not been great. I mean, they play really well at times, but they're not an exceptional defense. But they also just fired their defensive coordinator, so there's that. All right, let's see who we've got in this box. We have an Eagle, Josh Adams. He comes out of contenders a lot. Like, he is definitely not going to be a short print because I think we find Josh Adams in every box of contenders, or every case, I mean. In one case, I think we found him like 2, 3, maybe 4 times. A ridiculous amount of times. For the Raiders, it is Chris Warren III on a rookie ticket. But I don't know. We'll see what next year brings, I guess is all I can say for my Steelers. We've just been watching from home. I don't know if any of you are baseball fans or not. If you are, it was pretty exciting news today that Mariano Rivera is the first unanimously selected first ballot Hall of Famer, I think, in the history of the Hall. So that was pretty cool that he was a unanimous selection. I mean, you kind of figured he would be, but yeah, he is. So this particular round numbers, it's numbered to 25. It's still going to be distributed the same way we do the others, so it's still going to sit right over there in our little housekeeping area. But just pointing out, of course, that one is numbered. 49ers. Somebody was asking for a 49ers hit, I do believe. You have a hollow foil numbered to 49 for DJ Reed. But yeah, I was really glad to see Mariano get in there in such an enthusiastic way. That's very, very cool. Jaylen Samuels, that's my Pittsburgh Steelers right there. And Mr. Jaylen Samuels is a hard-signed autograph as well. So, no sticker on that one. There's another round number. Cali Boy, it must have been you that was asking for the 49ers. I had so many Mojo requests in there tonight, I couldn't remember who has what. Other than I remember our birthday boy needing the Jets. The Bills. Oh my gosh, needing the Bills and Josh Allen. Dylan Cantrell and the Chargers. The Vikings are in play with Jalen Holmes. One of the cool things about Contenders is you pull autographs of guys that you're not going to find in very many, sometimes any other sets that come out of Contenders, and I always look forward to those. We find a lot of players on defense and things in here that they don't get as many opportunities to sign in other products, so I kind of look forward to that about Contenders. Orlando, we do need to get busy on your Denver Broncos, don't we? We do, and I know we had some requests for the Browns and the Giants and the Jets, and we got a lot of mojo flowing around through here tonight. But the good news is we still got a long ways to go. We still have 8 boxes after we do this box, so we're just getting started. We've got a lot left to find. Griffin, we definitely did not use up all the Cowboy mojo yesterday. We definitely did not. There's always mojo for the Dallas Cowboys. They seem to hit pretty often, you know. In most things, it's not that hard to find Cowboys to come out. But man, they really did just burn it up last night in Leaf Fest of Football, didn't they? That was crazy. I mean, what all did we have in there? 2 Ezekiel Elliott autograph hits, the Roger Staubach to 10 out of plates and patches, and then there was something else. I don't even remember who it was. Was it Troy Aikman? It was on that dual autograph card, but it ended up going Cowboys in the random. Might have been Troy Aikman. Anyway, Cowboys had an amazing break last night in Leaf Fest of Football. You know what, Tim? We pulled that guy, that Mulata, or however you say his name. Yeah, he's for the Eagles. We have pulled him. In fact, I think we pulled him in the last break. He's huge, that guy. I don't know if you all saw him, but he was like a soccer player or something, and he's like 6'8", 6'9". I mean, and he's like a house. I mean, he's not like fat, but just broad and big and incredibly huge. And he had never played football before, but they drafted him anyway because they're like, he plays, soccer or whatever, and he's huge. And they took a flyer on him, and I was a fan of that choice anyway, by the way. So I was glad to see that he was in here, and we did pull him the other night. Oh, you said he was a rugby player. Okay, well, I thought he was soccer. I don't know. I didn't, you know me. I don't really follow soccer that much, and certainly not rugby. There is one of our redemptions. As I mentioned earlier, they all sit right there in the housekeeping area face down until we get to the end of the break. We'll flip them all over and then go to the Panini website and verify them. Well, yeah, for sure, Tim. I mean, he's a guy that you don't pull out of out of other products. Exactly. I mean, he's a perfect example of what I was talking about. That is Ray McCloud for the Bills. So we're hitting some Bills for you, but we haven't gotten your Josh Allen yet. For the Miami Dolphins, it is Durham Smythe. He's Australian. Okay, yeah. I just, I remembered, I just remembered the vague details of it. Primarily what I remembered is how enormous he was and that he hadn't played football before, really. But they're like, yeah, come on. We'll give you a go. So, hey. I think it's worked out all the way around. Ravens and Packers, Jaleel Scott, Jamon Moore, another numbered round numbers card. This one is numbered to 75. Same as, going to go over there in our little housekeeping to-do stack, where it will keep company with its friends until we get to the end of the break. Kind of how that's going to roll. And that's, again, just those little advertising cards, which, I mean, they're expired, so doesn't even matter about the code on them, because I think they were actually expired before Contenders even hit street date this year, because they moved street date on it a couple times. So, but that's all right. I like to use them for shipping purposes, so I'm glad to have them. For the Rams, it is Micah Kiser. Tim, since you're an Eagles fan, I'm going to ask you, where do you think Nick Foles is going to land? I mean, there's been all kinds of talk about where he could go, but where do you think he's going to go? You think your team's going to pony up 20 mil and keep him, or cut him loose, or trade him? Naheem Hines for the Colts. That one is hard signed. Everybody's talking about maybe Jacksonville for him, but honestly, I think that Flacco ends up in Jacksonville. I mean, I can't think anybody else is going to take Joe Flacco. This is Josh Adams. It is numbered to 33, which is his uniform number, or should be. And you notice those little scalloped edges there, so that is a ticket stub variation or torn ticket variation or whatever you want to call it. That's what it is. That's what it's supposed to be, like a torn ticket stub. So yeah, I don't know. I think Flacco would make sense for the Jags because they could sign him to like a short-term deal because, Flacco's not going to probably be in the league that many more years. And then they would just kind of be ready to go because the rest of their team's in pretty good shape. They just need to upgrade it at quarterback. So I think you probably get Flacco and at a decent price, sign him on a 1 or 2 year deal that you can get out of after a year and then see how things fall to you in the draft and otherwise. I could see Nick Foles down in Miami, though. I could see him taking over for Tannehill. Honestly, I could kind of see Gruden taking him up in, Oakland, what will be Las Vegas, as well. Because I don't know that Gruden is really sold on Derek Carr. So I don't know. Maybe. Oh, DeFilippo is the new OC for the Jags. I didn't realize that. I mean, he's got a connection with Foles. So, maybe that does make the Jags look more in his direction than Flacco's. In which case, I don't know where Flacco would go. But isn't DeFilippo the one, though, that... Didn't he originally orchestrate the trade for Foles? So, like, is he really kind of all in on Nick Foles? Or was he kind of like, Or maybe I'm thinking of the wrong guy, but... I don't know. Either way, I think Nick's going to get paid. You know, the other place that would be interesting for him would be Cincinnati. My guess is when the new coach gets in there that they're probably going to trade off Andy Dalton. That'd be my guess. I don't think they keep Andy Dalton. Maybe, but I doubt it. So that would be another interesting landing spot for him, especially if he kind of acted as a bridge, you know, to maybe another younger quarterback coming down the line. Or the Giants, if they ever decide to retire Eli Manning, which I guess they're not going to ever. I guess he's going to, they'll like wheel him out in a wheelchair. And he'll still be playing quarterback for the Giants. That's to 99 hollow foil. He'll be too old to even like walk or stand up. And they'll still be saying he's their quarterback. We're sticking with Eli. He's 99, but we're sticking with Eli. For the Seahawks, it is Alex McGough. But honestly, you put another quarterback in for New York. You move Eli out of the way, get a dynamic young playmaker in there, and pair them up with OBJ and Saquon Barkley and the rest of that core of that team. Man, that would be fun. But I think Eli's holding them back. I think they got to move on from him. For the Jets, Deontay Burnett. I think that's the first card with Deontay as a Jet. All the other releases we've had up to this point still showed him as a Titan. Of course, he got traded. But... you know how it works. It takes a while for the cards to catch up to the trades, oftentimes. Johnny Man, you got some cards today. Well, good. Means the post office is hustling. Because, of course, where we didn't have any mail service yesterday, a lot of stuff was, I think, just sitting in the pipeline there, waiting for delivery today. So I'm glad that you got them. Dallas Goedert for the Eagles. And hey, there you go. Numbered to 88. The little ticket stub variation is a nice one for the Eagles. We have ourselves another redemption. Pair of them sitting up there right now in housekeeping. So not uncommon. We usually find a pretty decent number of redemptions and contenders. For the Kansas City Chiefs. That's actually pretty nice. That is a cracked ice to 24, and it is Armani Watts. So Kansas City, I like that little hit for you. Well, yeah, Tim, I thought you'd like that Goddard. First of all, it would have been a nice hit even if it weren't the ticket stub variation, but since it is the ticket stub variation, that does make it a little bit sweeter. Oh, yeah, Johnny, that's right. You did have the Jags. You have to forgive my poor old feeble memory. I am not good about remembering specifically who has what and a lot of stuff like that. I should be, I know, but I just don't retain a lot of that. So sometimes you have to refresh my memory a little bit. Ben, we have not seen any Sam Darnold autographs yet now. As to whether or not he's come through in, you know, an insert or something, I don't know. But we haven't seen him in anything numbered or autographed yet, to the best of my recollection. So we will we'll add Sam Darnold to our wish list. See if we can't have a little luck finding him tonight too. You'll notice I finally put those first off the line Origins boxes back there with Mr. Sam Darnold on the cover to remind me that we got to break those. It's a weird little amount of them, you know, Panini and their weird little limits on first off the line. So I think we've only got 4 of them, I believe. So I don't know what I'm going to do yet. If I'm going to just put them together and we just do a little 4-box break of first off the line Origins, or if I'll slide them into some NFL mixers or something. But at any rate, now that I've got them setting up there, they'll at least remind me to do something with it. We'll try and do our best. Brad says he is betting that the redemptions of Derwin James. We have definitely had some Derwin James redemptions and contenders. You are dead on it with that. And Tim, you said if I pull you a Maddox, then you'll be smiling in your sleep. Oh, and you only but you want it to be cracked ice too. Dang, man, that is pressure. Whew, y'all are laying it on me tonight. That's all right. We're here to deliver on the mojo. So let's see if we can fire it up and you know, get it working here. Dirty Dog, you think Sony Michel is the redemption? Could be. This is Tyreek Hill to 175 hollow foil for the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm trying to remember who we've been pulling in redemptions. We pulled the Saquon Barkley round numbers. It was a redemption. It was Saquon and whoever else is on that card. That autograph variation was one of our redemptions out of the last case. And definitely Derwin James we've pulled redemptions of out of contenders a few different times. And I can't really remember who else. Hey, here's your big rugby player, Tim. See, there he is. He's a big old boy, right? I mean, you can't even tell from that picture what I mean, but like he's just solid. And again, not like fat, but just huge, just tall and wide and solid. That's the easiest way to say it. You're not going to get past him super easily. So the Eagles, Tim is kind of cleaning up on the Eagles, isn't he? He's had several Eagles hits tonight already. Let's get the Falcons involved here with Russell Gage. That is a signature you don't pull very often. So Falcons with one that is a little less frequent to come out. And we have another hit for the Chargers. I say another hit. It might be the first hit. I'm just thinking about Derwin James and whether or not he's that redemption. This is numbered to 99. You've got a hollow foil playoff ticket, Justin Jones, for the LA Chargers. And you said, Dirty Dog, Johnny Man said he would buy, that you would buy what? The Sony Michel? If we had a Sony Michel, you would be in the market for it? Is that what you were saying, Johnny Man? Uh-oh. Well, you just stay right there, kids. I'm going to be right back. Oh, hang on. Oh, dang it. I kept grabbing the wrong thing and then I tripped. Trying to get back through. I Remember that case, that empty case box that I threw on the floor, and I said I'm going to throw it out of my way? Well, guess what? I threw it in my way, and I just tripped right on it. But fortunately, I stopped short of smashing into the camera. So I know you all are proud that I did not smash into the camera. So, how about that? Yeah. We have had really good luck pulling this guy out of contenders. I want to say this is the second, or is this the third time? We have pulled him a lot out of contenders, your man Baker Mayfield. And somebody sent me, I'll try to remember to put that in with your thing, but if I don't, that's the info about it. And somebody messaged me. I don't think it's the person who won. It was somebody who was bidding on it but didn't end up winning the team, who said they had been in, I don't even remember what he said, like 29 breaks or something without hitting Baker Mayfield. He says MJ Stewart, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And of course I replied and said, yeah, we hit him kind of fairly often. and then boom, there he is, making an appearance kind of early on too, so you guys don't even have to sweat it out. You don't even have to like wait to the last box or anything. You can kind of kick back and relax now if you have the Browns, and just be super happy about your Baker Mayfield. I know we're going to look at him one more time. Well, you did pay a lot for the Browns, so you probably deserve, right, to look at him one more time, I think. And you'll see him again, too, when we recap, of course. But I just meant right there in that moment. Yeah, I wish, Dirty Dog, that had been the cracked ice. That would have really been something, right? Yeah, that would have been even better. But I got to tell you, that's still a very nice hit there with the hard-signed Baker Mayfield Contenders. Is still quite a nice hit. Okay, quite nice. So Orlando, I'm having to scroll back up through here to read some of this chat. You said, Griffin, you said it's signed in Australian. Don't they? Isn't there? Don't they write in English the same as we do? I didn't pay attention to that guy's autograph, but I think they're same as us, right? So was that like a funny thing? And I just didn't get it, probably. Oh, Johnny, you were talking about Bradley Chubb in your break. I got you. From the other day. Okay, all right. And Orlando, you're probably right. Probably is about time for the Broncos to come out and play. You're probably on track with that. Yeah, Tim, I would say that Baker Mayfield, I mean, you said a $500 card. I would think it would probably be about a $500 card, maybe a little more than if you send it off and get it graded and it grades well. You know, I would say a little more than maybe, but it should at the very least, you've covered your bid amount. If you're the Browns, I would think you probably have made a little money, but that's just my theory. I haven't checked it super recently. Oh, and as I roll on down through here, I see Dirty Dog says it's been selling 800 to 1,000. So, yeah, okay. Well, that is, then yeah, you definitely covered your bid amount with some to spare. Griffin's still looking for his Cowboys, and Dirty Dog is still looking for that Drew Brees gold ticket. Still looking for that 1 of 1. Well, heck, we're going to work on that. For the Bears, it is a Jordan Howard hollow foil to 175. Well, that is true, too. The redemptions could be silver or gold tickets. We did have, I think, a silver ticket in our last case as one of our redemptions. I haven't had a gold ticket yet this year, but silver we've had. Mr. Billy Price coming out for the Cincinnati Bengals. These round numbers, there are so many of them. But it's easier, I think, to sort them and stack them out now than to do it later. So we'll just keep setting them aside as we find them. We'll take a spin through them anyway, either right before or right after we random them off. We will take a spin through them so everybody will know what's in there anyway. Here comes a Bronco for you. It took us a while to get you there, but we got you a Bronco finally. It is Royce Freeman. That is hard signed, such as it is. I mean, you know, the guy's, yeah. He's no scribe, that's for sure. He just signs his initials, but nonetheless. Here's Mike McGlinchey coming out for the 49ers. So San Fran's got another one. And Tim, you said you think the ask is $800 to $1,000, but you're not sure that the Baker Mayfields have been selling for that, even though that's been the asking price. I don't know. I have not looked at any of the. I haven't looked at the completed listings, so I don't know. I haven't looked at it in, well, a while, a few weeks. So we're going to have a nice little Super Bowl signature here coming out for the Packers. How about that? I always like those Super Bowl signatures. And, of course, that's hard signed. Andre Rison for the Green Bay Packers. I like finding the Super Bowl signatures. It's always cool, like players, if you're a fan of that franchise. It's always somebody really cool that you're like, oh, yeah, that's awesome. Dirty Dog, you said you've got some, what up on eBay? Something about eBay. Griffin, okay, yeah. I was like, it took me a minute. I told you when I was reading through it. You guys know I have a bad habit of that. I just start reading out what you've typed, and it takes me a minute sometimes to process it. I'm reading it, and then I'm thinking, hey, wait a minute. In Australia, they read and write English the same as we do. I know. I should probably read it, digest it, then say it, but I don't. I just read it and say it, and then digest it in wrong order. That is Ryan Nall for the Chicago Bears. But, you know, that's part of what makes it fun, right? Let's see what kind of crazy things you can get me to either say or believe as we're going along. Well, in my defense, it is harder than you would think, because there is definitely multitasking going on during these breaks. So, you know, it may look like it's super easy, but in my defense, there is a lot going on at any given time. Oh, you've got Sony Michel on eBay. Griffin does, if anybody's looking to buy the Sony Michel. And Dirty Dog has a Lamar Jackson on eBay. So for those of you who might be interested in that. Kevin, we have not pulled a Super Bowl ticket that I remember. We haven't pulled any one of ones, have we, guys? Super Bowl tickets. I don't think so. I mean, we could have, but if we did, it didn't stick with me. Put it like that. You said the last 10 Baker Mayfields sold for $700 to $1,000 for the base Contenders hard signed. Okay, well that's pretty healthy return there. Oh, you're saying you have the Lamar Jackson acetate. Got ya. On eBay. Yeah, all those acetates out of Contenders are numbered to 10. So the acetates are hard to come by. And in fact, we've opened a couple of cases where we didn't have any. And then I think the last case, or case before last, one of them, we had a couple come out. But definitely there are cases where none come out. And we've had just the one tonight so far. So the acetate are hard to come by. For sure. But I like that they added those in. I think it's a nice addition to Contenders. It's, you know, part of the chase. It's something in addition to just the cracked ice. So I was glad to see them add that. I like the little torn ticket stub kind of deal too. That's cool. So they did make some good positive additions to Contenders this year. Of course, Contenders is awesome kind of no matter what. I see a points card coming. And I'm not surprised because we pulled the Baker Mayfield. I'm sure you all have noticed the same correlation that I have noticed, which is usually when you have a big autograph hit, you'll hit a points card. And if you have several big autograph hits, you might hit several points cards. But, of course, again, that up in housekeeping area will be given out at the conclusion of the break tonight. We'll use random.org, and somebody will walk away with a nice little points card. Carolina Panthers, you have a little Luke Kuechly cracked ice 224 for Carolina. I see a hit coming for the Pittsburgh Steelers, and it is Mason Rudolph. And how about that? It's the Mason Rudolph cracked ice. Woohoo! Numbered to 24 for the Pittsburgh Steelers. I like it. Kevin, I do not know what a DJ Chark 1 of 1 would go for. Super Bowl ticket. I don't. But I would say that if you... it should be probably some completed, just look, well, of course it's not going to be for him because he's a 1 of 1. Look at some of the other Super Bowl tickets and then just try to match up like a player that's of similar value and use that as kind of a guideline, I guess. This is Duke Davison for the Patriots. Now that is definitely not a guy that you pull very often. for sure not. Flawless Fencing. If you had the Cowboys, no sir, you did not retain the Cowboys because they were unpaid at the time the break started. So that is why the order was canceled at that point in time and the team was offered up here in chat. So you should already see that you have a cancellation there of that order in your eBay messages, which should have also meant that you didn't check out for it because it would have disabled checkout, of course, at the time as well. I didn't receive any payment, so I don't think there's anything to refund, right? Because it actually was unpaid. That's the whole reason the order was canceled on it. This is a Vontae Maddox rookie ticket for the Eagles. So yeah, it showed as unpaid on my side on eBay. So when I canceled it, it was unpaid. So if you're saying you did pay, then I would have to look into that because on eBay they showed it was unpaid, and I double checked it even before. We had another break before this one, so I had. We even did that break, and then I went back to check again. It still showed unpaid. So that's why at that point in time it was canceled and offered up in chat. So just shoot me a message, Flawless Fencing, and I can't do anything about it right at this moment because obviously I'm tied up right here. But I can obviously check it out for you tonight, or probably more likely tomorrow by the time we get finished with all this tonight and find out what's going on with it. But it definitely was unpaid on my side. eBay definitely had it as an unpaid item. So I apologize, man, if there was some crossover there and you paid it, but I don't know why eBay didn't tell me that it was paid if that was the case, but we'll figure it out. So yeah, I mean, that's all I have to go by. If I haven't gotten anything in PayPal and eBay doesn't show it as paid, then that's the deal. I'm sorry, Flawless Fencing. But we'll get you sorted out. Ah, Dirty Dog, you did some research there for Kevin. Thank you, my friend. You said a Denzel Ward went for 300 and a Josh Adams went for 71. I would think DJ Chark would probably be more in line with the Josh Adams result than the Denzel Ward result, I think. But that's just, again, you never know on that stuff because since they are one of ones, it just really depends on how much somebody wants it. So could go for more. I doubt it would go for much less. I would think you'd probably get, I mean, conceivably, I guess you could end up for a little less, but I wouldn't think so. I would think probably about that. 75 up and maybe upwards, somewhere in that neighborhood. All of a sudden, the Bears have been on fire. Here is Roquan Smith to add to your haul for the Chicago Bears. And the Jets. Who have we coming out for the Jets here? That is a little hollow foil. Trenton Cannon. Kevin, you said you were shocked to hit the Super Bowl ticket. Yeah, those are rare, man. So you did have some good luck on it. Anytime you hit those one of ones, I mean, that's like a good thing to have happen. Ronald Jones, that is numbered to 75. Rookie of the Year contenders. But I will give you fair warning, my friend. That's how you get hooked, Kevin. That's how they hook you in. You get good hits, and then it's always this easy until you hit that first stretch where you have a long dry spell. And believe me, we've all had those, myself included, where you just seems like you do 1,000 breaks, and you're like, oh, why can't I hit anything? It's not really 1,000 breaks, but yeah, I've probably had spells of maybe, I don't know, 10, 15 breaks where I don't hit something, maybe more than. So it's somewhere along the way, it all evens out though, and you get one of ones and cool stuff like that. Vincent Smith coming out for the Texans, Houston. The Raiders. Who have we got here for the Raiders? Marcus Ball. For Oakland, soon to be Las Vegas Raiders. Except we don't know where in the heck they're going to play next year. I don't think they know where in the heck they're going to play next year. I don't think they've got a deal in place anywhere at the moment. And their stadium's not going to be ready in Vegas by then. All right, another redemption. We have 3 sitting now in housekeeping, awaiting the end of the break when we will flip them over and find out where they go. Oh, Kevin, you're a Browns fan and you said you picked the wrong year to get in on this. Well, yeah, your Browns are pricey this year, thanks to your man Baker Mayfield. They are definitely, they were definitely less expensive than other years, but that's okay. You'd probably rather have a good team and expensive buy-ins for the break than to still have your man Hugh and be going, 0-16. So that's kind of how that rolls sometimes. Oh, you got a Baker and Obsidian? I liked Obsidian this year. It was new. A new, entirely new design, a new product for the Panini lineup. And I really did like it this year. A lot, actually. It's hard on some of them when you've never seen them before and all you have is the marketing materials, and you kind of like, how much of this do I order, right? Because sometimes marketing materials are one thing, and you get them in your hand, and you're like, But I just kind of gambled on it. I didn't order a lot, maybe 4 or 5 cases, and then when I opened the first case, I instantly loved it, and I said, oh, I need to buy some more, and then, of course, by then, they had jacked up the prices, and I don't think we got any more, maybe beyond what I had originally ordered. You're saying you hope one of the redemptions is Philip Lindsay. I don't know if Philip Lindsay is a redemption or live in here, because I don't think we've hit him in contenders. I hit him in playbook, but I don't believe I've hit him in contenders yet, so I don't know if he's live or not in here. Well, Browns, you were already having a nice break with your Baker Mayfield. How about we add Denzel Ward to your haul? It's a nice hit for Cleveland as well. The Patriots with Danny Etling. We have not yet found Sony Michel for you, who I'm guessing you might rather have over Danny Etling. But don't give up. We've still got boxes to look through and redemptions to flip over, so don't give up yet. There's still time to find it for you. Kevin, I do not have any obsidian left. It is all long gone. I generally break stuff pretty soon after it comes in. Now, sometimes I'll get weird quantities of things where my distributor might give me, a case and a half or 3.5 cases, or 3 cases and 3 boxes, or some weird configuration. I only have one distributor that does weird stuff like that, but I do sometimes get odd lot stuff that comes to me that way, but most stuff that we get is full cases. That's to $175 for the Panthers Cam Newton hollow foil, and I will typically break it fairly soon after it comes out, depending on how much stuff has come out at the same time. If there's a lot of stuff hitting all at once, then I'm going to spread it out, of course, so that some of each gets done, and then it might extend for, a month or so, but would rarely be beyond that in a full case format anyway. For the Bengals, you have Sam Hubbard. And more little advertising dealios. I got a huge box of those things. A huge box. Corey, what are you asking me about redemption? You just said redemption, but I don't know what's your question about it, Corey? Oh, maybe you were saying that Sony Michel is a redemption, maybe. Because Dirty Dog is saying that most of what he's seen of Sony Michel has been redemptions, too. Eagles hit again. There is Josh Sweat. And the Eagles have had, gosh, I don't know, like 4, 5, 6 autograph hits in here, I think. A lot, anyway. I've come out for Philadelphia. We still need to find that Josh Allen for our birthday boy. We have hit him a few Bills autographs, but not that Josh Allen in particular. Oh, there is another redemption. Now we have 4 over there in housekeeping. So 4 we're waiting to flip. And a 250 points card to give away. And all of our round numbers cards to deal with. Kevin, you said with rated rookie cards, what's the process with personal autographs? Do you mean like as in you have a non-autographed rated rookie card and you're going to go yourself and have the player sign it? I'm assuming that's what you're asking about. And if that is the case, then yes, I would think you would want to have it signed with a Sharpie. And then, yes, you'll have to send it off to have it certified, either to Beckett or PSA DNA, and have it graded and certified. And they'll charge you for both. They'll charge you for certifying the autograph, and they'll charge you for grading the card. Oh, all right. So now, Dirty Dog, you've given up on your Drew Brees 1 of 1, and you've decided it's going to be an MVP Drew Brees autograph instead. Oh, well, maybe. That would be good. So, Kevin, I'm assuming that you are you talking about you're going to keep that card yourself, or it's a card you're going to try and resell? Because if you're going to keep it yourself, you don't have to go through all that, obviously. And right as I'm saying that, I see Dirty Dog has typed that in. Yeah, if you're doing it for yourself, it doesn't matter. But yeah, if you're having it graded, no, it would cost you more than $20. Because it depends on the value of the card and the signature attached. There'll be a sliding scale for what they charge you on authenticating the autograph, and then the grading itself would probably be about $20, and then the autograph authentication will depend on the signature, who the player is, because they don't charge you the same thing for authenticating, say, a Tom Brady autograph as they would for authenticating, you know, a defensive end for the Arizona Cardinals or whatever. So, a little different. Dirty Dog, you said who's charging a flat 50 for autographs? You must be looking at, I always use PSA DNA and for autographs, and they do it a little differently than that. So maybe Beckett just charges a flat fee. I don't know. But I have always known it to be more of a sliding scale depending on the value of the autograph. That is number 249, a Deshaun Watson MVP Contenders insert. So Beckett maybe is a flat rate? I don't know. Dirty Dog, you're seeing PSA? I've never known PSA to have a flat rate of just $50. I guess I haven't had an autograph authenticated there in a while, but the last thing I last thing I had done there, they did not do it that way. In fact, it was a multi-signed thing, and they charged me based on the value of the highest signature on the items. That makes sense? So it's signed by like 10 people. They chose the person who had the highest value, and that's how they charged me to authenticate it. Josh Sweat for the Eagles. So I guess I haven't done it in a while. It has been a few years since I had that done. I just thought it was the same, but it sounds like it's not. So Dirty Dog saying it's $50 flat out. Flat 50. So there you go. Rasheem Green, Seahawks. But I do prefer PSA DNA when you are doing a lot of things. But Beckett, of course, where they grade all the subgrades, has really taken over a lot of the modern card grading anyway. I think vintage probably still falls mostly to PSA. Chase Edmonds, Cardinals. But yeah, you know, now it's weird if you see something that doesn't have the subgrades. That's how easily we've gotten that ingrained. A Saint. It's not Drew Brees, but at least we have you a Traquan Smith Saint. And it's a 1-of-1 Super Bowl ticket. Hoo-ah! How you like that? So it is not, in fact, Drew Brees, but it is a 1-of-1 Super Bowl ticket. So, Dirty Dog, do you want that in a case or no? Some people, again, with that particular type of surface, some people are unhappy if that goes in a case. I have never, ever found the case to be a problem, regardless of the surface on chrome or otherwise, but because that is hollow foil, I'm going to wait for you to type in and say yay or nay or something before I take any action. You said yes, you do. All right, then hang tight and I will go retrieve one. It's Traquan Smith. It's not Drew Brees, but I still think he did a pretty good job predicting that you were going to have a 1-of-1 Super Bowl ticket for your Saints. I mean, right? You got the player not quite perfect, but you had the general idea. So I still think you did a pretty good fortune-telling job there. And there is your Traquan Smith for the Saints, 1-of-1 Super Bowl ticket. There's your little dealio, and I will try to remember to put it in there with your card. Sometimes I forget, but I'll try to remember. You had a feeling for a Brady 1-of-1 tonight. Dang, man. Well, you didn't even say anything about him. We definitely haven't hit that. Although we did hit... What did we hit a Brady 1-of-1 in the other day? It was not autographed. It was an insert or a parallel or something. But didn't we hit a Tom Brady 1-of-1 downtown, wasn't it? Yeah, it was. It was out of Optic. We hit the Tom Brady 1-of-1 downtown insert recently. Oh, Dirty Dog, you said you thought it'd be Tom Brady because you didn't have the Patriots tonight. No, it worked out pretty well. I mean, granted, your Saints have not hit a lot of stuff in this break, but if you're not going to hit a lot of stuff, probably best that what you do hits a 1-of-1, right? Not too shabby with your Super Bowl ticket there. So I forgot to say last box mojo, although I think we might have already hit all of our mojo. Not all of it, but we've hit our big mojo with the 1-of-1 Super Bowl ticket for the Saints and our Baker Mayfield autograph. But let's hope there's a little mojo magic left to go around here in this last box. Let's hope we can get it squared away. With something outstanding here to finish it off. Of course, it could be in the redemptions, too. We could have something excellent awaiting us in our redemptions as well, for all we know. Yeah, you're right. We do have the acetate auto and the 3 cracked ice and the Super Bowl 1-of-1 and the Baker Mayfield. It has, as a whole, been a pretty good case. It's been an unusually good case for the Eagles, who just keep on stacking up the autographs. Tim, you've got another one for your big rugby player there. That's a pair you have for him already with the Eagles. And that's got to be half dozen autographs, I would think, for the Eagles out of here. It's been a lot, anyway. Maybe not quite that, but maybe that. A playoff ticket hollow foil, Ryan Tannehill and the Dolphins. That's to 175 for Miami. We got to find a cowboy for Griffin, too. Griffin came in and picked up that team, and we have not managed to locate a cowboy for him yet. This is Marcus Baugh and the Raiders. Well, a Cowboys autograph, I mean. You know what I mean. Looking for that auto. I was hoping we'd find Saquon again, too. We found him in a couple of our cases. The last one, of course, was on that round numbers redemption. But I think we found him freestanding in another case, too, I believe. a Seahawk, and it's Will Dissly. Oh, Tim, you've been keeping track, so you know. All right, tell us what we've got here then. You've got 2 Adams, 2 Josh Sweat, 2 of the rugby guy, 1 Maddox, and 1 Goddard. Wow, dang. So we found 8? 8. Dang. Cody, we have not had any Lamar Jackson autographed or cracked ice. I don't know if he's been on any of our other like unnumbered inserts. He may have been, but as far as like numbered stuff, cracked ice stuff, autographs, have not seen him. We will be recapping though here shortly. For the Redskins, it's Daron Payne. And, well, you're just in time. You are just in time because our good case just got a little bit better. That is a playoff ticket, hollow foil, Lamar Jackson to 99 for the Baltimore Ravens. Yeah, how about that? Nice. Nice, nice. Lamar Jackson making an appearance. So our last box mojo kind of did work still, didn't it? Despite all of our other big hits in here, last box mojo still delivered one more for us. I like it. All right, so we're going to be recapping here shortly. But before we recap, of course, we do have some other stuff to do. And here's how that other stuff is going to go. Well, first, let's get it down here out of the way so I can get my little area set up here. So first, we're going to flip over our redemptions, and we're going to find out who all 4 of these are. We'll go to the Panini website, verify them, find out what they're numbered to, etc. After that, we will do our round numbers cards and give those out by way of random. After that, we'll give out our 250 reward points by way of random. Then after that, we will recap. So that's the deal. That's how we're going to go. Orlando, didn't we find you? You said you're going to retire from Contenders, but we found you a Bronco, didn't we? I thought we did. Did we have a Royce Freeman or somebody for you? I think we got you something for the Broncos, I think, didn't we? I thought we did. All right. So, redemption number 1. Somebody called that early on. Derwin James for the Chargers, and it is the rookie ticket variation. Of course, we'll go to the website and make sure it's the Chargers, but it's the Chargers. Our next out is Sony Michel, RPS. Somebody called that earlier, too, that they thought that would be a redemption, and right you are for the Patriots. Next up, Kerryon Johnson. That is the rookie ticket variation RPS. That is the Lions. And then our last out is DJ Moore and the Panthers rookie ticket RPS. So let's roll over here to the Panini website and verify all of these redemptions. And we'll find out what, if anything, they are numbered to here at the same time. If I can get us, oh my gosh, I got to get us on the right page, which means I got to get myself over there and then bring you along with me. Have I got it? Yeah, now we've got it. All right, so I was already expecting to find redemptions, as you can see. I had us mostly set up. So we've got a rookie ticket variation RPS, 2 rookie ticket RPS, and then the Derwin James is the rookie ticket variation. So we're going to go do the RPS ones first. Rookie ticket RPS. If I can get down here eventually and find it. Right there we go. All right, so card number 107, DJ Moore, Carolina Panthers. It is unnumbered, as you can tell, because that spot would have a number in it if it were going to be numbered. Card number 111 is Sony Michel, obviously also unnumbered, but you can see there it is, as expected, a Patriot. Now we're going to find rookie ticket variation RPS as our next card set. We're getting there. Rookie ticket. Did I go past it? I guess I did. Rookie ticket. Oh, no, there it is. Card number 117, Kerryon Johnson, also unnumbered, open edition. Right there tells us it is the Lions, as we expected to find. Now, finally, we go to Derwin James, who is our rookie ticket variation. Because, you know, why not have like 1,000,001 categories as card sets? Card number 252, Derwin James, Chargers. Right there he is. Also open edition, unnumbered. So we are all happily verified now for our redemptions. Now we've got to go take a look at our round numbers cards. So here's what's going to happen. I'm going to flip through these as we go along. I'm going to go to random and I will type in left and right. So if random comes up, well, let me back up. We'll type in left and right because I have 9 or fewer items in the list. Then we will hit random 3 different times. The first 2 times do not count. It is only the third and final random that will make the determination. So once we know where they go, let's say it comes up and says that it is going to the left-hand side of the card, then it would go, for instance, Broncos, Colts. If it came up and said right-hand side of the card, then it would, for instance, go Bengals, Buccaneers, etc. So these are all the cards that come into play. Again, it's either going to go the team on the left or the team on the right. We had 2 that were numbered, and that is these 2 right here. They're going to be done the same way, either going to team on left or team on the right. So let's get over here to our dear friend random.org and get that taken care of. Okay, you can ignore the first one and ignore the second one. Third one makes the decision. And there it is. You'll see our 3 times. There's our date and time stamp. It comes up as the left-hand side of the card. Now, these guys right here are in sleeves. So I'm going to just do a little circling there so that I don't have to go back later and look up whether it was left or right. Now I'm just going to know. So that's our numbered ones going to the Browns on the left-hand side of the card here. That one is numbered to 25. And this one, of course, has the Ravens on the left-hand side of the card. It is numbered to 75. We looked through all of these others a moment ago, so you kind of know who's in play there. And each of those cards are going to go to whatever team was on the left. 250 Panini Rewards points. So I'm going to take you along with me. We're going to first go over here to the spreadsheet and copy all of the teams just from the spreadsheet so that we've got them all, and it's a lot quicker than me having to type them in. And then we'll bounce ourselves right back over here to random. I'm going to paste in all 32 of our teams, and of course, because we have 10 or more items in this list, we're going to do random only a single time. You can see there all the teams were copied and pasted in. Whoever ends up in the number 1 position after I hit randomize is going to get that points card, so good luck to everyone there. And it takes us to Detroit Lions. So the Lions are going to take home the 250 points card. So that's this little fellow right there going to the Detroit Lions. Now I think we're actually ready to recap. So we'll take a look first at our non-autographed parallels numbered cards here. To 175 for the Dolphins, and the nice Deshaun Watson is to 49 for the Texans, to 175 for the Panthers, to 75 for the Buccaneers. There's a cracked ice to 24 for the Panthers. Hollow foiled 175 for the Bears, 175 for the Chiefs. Numbered to 99 for the Giants. Numbered to 175 for the Lions. And to 99 for the Rams. Now our autograph hits. Let's just grab this stack. So the Redemption, Derwin James and the Chargers, Kerryon Johnson, Lions, DJ Moore, Panthers, Sony Michel, Patriots. The nice Lamar Jackson hard sign to 99 for the Ravens. And you have Redskins, Seahawk, Raider, Eagle, Cardinal, Seahawk, Eagle, so many Eagles. Bengals, Patriots, there's a nice Denzel Ward for the Browns. The Raiders, Texans, the Jets, this is a hollow foil numbered to 99 playoff ticket. Roquan Smith for the Bears. There's Eagles again. Patriots. There's that nice cracked ice Mason Rudolph. I'd almost forgotten about him. Numbered to 24 for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And then we have Bears. Oh, I'd forgotten about this too for the Packers. The Andre Rison for the nice Super Bowl autograph hard signed. The 49ers, the Broncos, Royce Freeman was hard signed. Then the Chargers have a playoff ticket to 99. That is Justin Jones. The Falcons, the Eagles, a cracked ice for the Kansas City Chiefs, numbered to 24 with Armani Watts. The Eagles again. The Jets, Seahawks, Eagles again. Colts, Naheem Hines is hard signed. Rams, Dolphins, Bills, Vikings, Chargers, Steelers, Jalen Samuels is hard signed. A championship ticket for the 49ers, numbered 249, and that, of course, is DJ Reed. Raiders, Eagles, the Jags, that is hollow foil to 99, a playoff ticket there for Brian. And there's Tanner, also out for the Jags. For the Ravens, to 99, it's Gus Edwards. Then you have the Packers. There's a playoff ticket to 99 for the Cardinals, Chase Edmonds. Here's our nice little acetate for the Bears. That is Anthony Miller to 10. Then the Titans with Rashaan Evans, Harrison Phillips for the Bills, Vita Vea for the Bucks. The Ravens with Anthony Averett, and a cracked ice to 24 of Mark Walton for the Bengals. Now, the two big dogs, the big guns out of here. It is a Traquan Smith Super Bowl ticket, 1 of 1 for the Saints, and a Baker Mayfield rookie ticket hard signed autograph for the Browns. So that is the break for tonight. I will put up spreadsheet information one more time if anybody missed your shipping information or your anticipated shipping information, or if you want to take a look at what we're going to be breaking in the days ahead. All of that is coming up at you right now. So once again, the Contenders break, which of course was our paid shipping break tonight, should be on the way to you no later than Friday. There's a reasonably good chance that it could be on the way to you sooner than that, but it shouldn't be any later than Friday. And of course, we don't have to worry about consolation cards there because every team pulled cards in Contenders. You guys saw all the cards that we just had go by, and it was a lot. And then of course, we did the Triple Play Baseball box first up tonight. That one is a free shipping break, and so it's projected to go out on or about Monday. Usually I project those about a week out when they're free shipping breaks, although often they are able to go sooner. If you didn't get a hit in the memorabilia break, the Triple Play box, and you would like to have your consolation card sent to you right away, please just send me a message and let me know. Because typically what happens on the free shipping breaks, I hold your consolation cards and I send them out the next time that you do hit something. They just kind of all go at once in one package. And I do keep track of it for a rolling 90-day period. So that's kind of how that works. Now, days ahead. So tomorrow night, half-case Leaf autograph mini football helmets. Half-case break finishes up the back half of a case for us. A full case of Leaf Best of Football, and a full case of Crown Royal Basketball, which is a new release for tomorrow. On Thursday, we're going to do an autographed basketball jersey from Gold Rush. We're going to do Gold Rush Gem Mint Basketball, more Crown Royal Basketball, and what I think is our last case of Leaf Ultimate Draft Baseball. Friday is going to have us doing a pair of Gold Rush autographed mini football helmets and another case of Contenders. Saturday is all about the mixers. We're going to do one for each of our sports, basketball, football, and baseball. A lot of fun products in all of them, including the fantasy sports breaks. For those of you who haven't done a box like that before, they're pretty awesome. We did one very recently in a mixer and got some fantastic hits in it, including a Patrick Mahomes. Wasn't it Contenders? I think it was. It was a Pat Mahomes rookie autograph. If it wasn't Contenders, it was one of his rookie autograph hits, and it was a good one. So anyway, those fantasy sports, the way they work, you have 2 guaranteed hits in there and then a couple of random packs, and the packs may or may not have other hits in them, but there are 2 guaranteed hits, and they're usually quite good. And they should be, because it's an expensive product. But anyway, if you click into any of those mixers, into the listing itself, you'll be able to see exactly what's included. And then if you scroll down to the bottom where I typically have the manufacturer's product information, I've typed in for each of those products exactly what hits you can expect out of each box. So give you a little overview. On Sunday, we're going to do Super Break the Bar Baseball 1-of-1 edition full case break. That stuff came out in like July or August. And you know what? I don't know. I somehow put the case somewhere and didn't remember that I had it, and I just ran across it. And so yeah, we're going to bring it now 6 months later because I didn't know I had it. Now I do. So we'll do that on Sunday along with more Crown Royal basketball. And then we'll do a little Prism basketball, the retail version half case break that is the back half of the case that we started the other day. So that has got us wrapped up tonight. Thank you, everyone. As always, I appreciate you being here. I will hopefully see you again tomorrow night. If not then, maybe soon for another break. So in the meantime, enjoy the rest of your week. We'll catch you the next time. Bye now.